Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha Divon. Today I would like to go over how to create a paper fan for a birthday party, a graduation, baby shower. It can be used for any special events. So the first step I would like to do is insert a shape. And by doing that, we can go to images and we can search rounded, square. So I'm going to choose the one I'm subscribed to. You just select it, and here it is. On the layers panel, we have two layers, a red and a black, but we only see red. That's because the black has been hidden, and we're going to unhide that. And depending on your design, you can use that second layer as an offset or as a border. It's really up to you. So we have one image here. They are grouped together. So we will ungroup just so you can see you can separate them and move them around if needed to create a different type of effect within your design. I am just going to align mine back to the center, select both. And the way I'm selecting, I'm just drawing the box by left clicking. I have a Mac, so I have to left click and I'm going to click group. Now my daughter is graduating this year from the 8th grade. Her colors are blue and white. So we'll just stick with those colors just for designing purposes. So I select the black layer. And because these will be printed, I'm going to select print here in patterns. And just by selecting a pattern, it will then go on to that black layer that was over here. Now it's blue with polka dots. In a red, you can change to white or whatever color that fits your project. Now I would like to add some words to my fan. Class of 2018. And I would like to change the font. Right here in the toolbar, you have a lot of options, and I'm going to go to font, click the drop down. So what I'll bring this down so we can see the changes here. So let's find something nice here. Okay, I like this one. Not sure where I'm going to place it, so we'll just put it here. I would like to now bring in my daughter's picture. Okay, now I'm going to select the photo of my daughter. Here she is. I'm going to bring her in. I'm going to zoom out so I can see the complete picture of her. It's a fairly large picture, but I only really need to use the top half. So I'm going to crop before I even bring her photo into Design Space. Now, if you're not familiar with this area, when you upload a picture, you can remove the background by using the magic wand here. You can erase certain parts by using just the eraser, and you can crop. And here are some more features that you can kind of play around with, but I leave them alone. I don't mess with that. So I'm going to crop her picture. And by cropping, you select crop, and I have the left click, and I'm just going to draw right over her photo the part that I want on her fan. I'm going to select continue. I'm going to name the photo. All right, now her image has been uploaded into Design Space. I'm going to select it. So here's her picture. I'm going to size it down. And here is how you get a photo into Design Space to now use within your project. I would like to place her photo right here in the middle. I would like to bring the class of 2018 to the front. Go to select arrange, move to front. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is add like a banner to her fan. So I'm going to duplicate this shape. I'm going to use this one. I'll move this out the way. Going to bring this to the front. And what I'm going to do is I would like to create a cutout so that I don't have these sharp edges when it's time to finalize my design. So I duplicate one of the blue layer and I have my shape here and I'm just going to overlap it just a little bit, just so I don't have those really sharp edges. I want it to lay smooth here. Now I am happy with the placement. I will select both. On my layers panel at the bottom, we have options slice, weld, attach, and flatten. I want to slice. Just like magic, it has sliced out exactly what I needed. These other parts I don't need, so I can go ahead and delete them. I don't need this part here or this. And now what I can do is use my cutout to now place into my design without the sharp edges pointed out. It fits perfectly. I now want to take the class of 2018. I want to bring it to the front. And now I'm going to tilt it and size it down so it fits perfectly within my banner that I just created. And if you're happy with the placement, you're fine, or you can use your arrows to move up and down if needed. And these are just different features I just want to show you. If you're new to Cricut and may not be aware, you can move your arrows on your keyboard to find that perfect placement. And if you would like to add a name, you can add her name to the bottom. You can use the same font, or if you want to get fancy with it, we can change the font to something a little more curly or bold. It's all up to you. And let's take a look at her name. When I change the font, it has all these spaces. I don't like those spaces. So in my toolbar, it says letter space. So I am just going to bring my letters a lot closer. There we go. And then I still am not happy with the space here. So I'm going to hit advanced, ungroup letters. And I'm going to use my arrow key on my keypad just to move it over. Select all the letters. And I like to choose weld, because weld would give you a continuous flow of the letters if I ever decided to cut this out. But because this is going to be a print and cut project, it's not going to cut out. It's going to print right on to my fan. You can resize the name as see fit for your design. We can use some images if you would like to have more decorations. We can type in cap for our all different type of caps and hats can be found in your Design Space library. There's so many images to choose from, so I strongly suggest that you purchase the subscription so that you are able to use the images that are already here if you like. And I'm going to add it right to her name. If you would like to change the color of the cap over here in your layers panel, you can do that. Each layer is separate, so if you would like to change the colors, you can do it just that simple. And with the new update with Cricut Design Space, they now have your colors that are already in your project separate from your basic colors, which makes it very easy to keep everything matching and uniform, and you don't have to try to guess in what the next color is or what color is in your project. It's already there. Now that I have completely designed my fan, the next step for me is to select everything. And by selecting everything, I'm going to left click and draw the box around the whole entire design. And I'm going to click flatten. Now we have one layer here, one layer. It's one image now. If you look on the layers panel, it's just one layer. The other layers we did not use, so I can go ahead and delete them. So when we go to send this to our printer, it's going to print this exact design. And right now that I've completed this design, I've already selected everything. I flattened my image because I am ready to print and cut, but I am not able to print at 7 inches, 0.63. So right now I'm just going to play around with the sizing. And it's very easy to make adjustments. Cricut has made it very user-friendly to just make quick adjustments if your sizing is just off a little bit. See how easy that was? No big thing. Now I'm going to flatten it again and see if my sizing is a little better, which it is. So you just kind of have to play with the measurements and the sizing to be able to get the design that you want. Now we're looking at the last screen before we print. As you see, it fits perfectly. This paper or the white area on the mat represents your print paper. And that is the size that your fan would be. When making your fan, if you choose to do double-sided, you can select the amount of copies of your project right here. Because sometimes when you duplicate it on your mat, it will slow your computer down some more, or at least Cricut will start to move a little slower. So this is where I like to make duplicate copies on the mat. This is where I like to make the duplicate copies here instead of on the canvas. So I can select 2, hit apply, and now I will have 2 printouts. If you forget to do this step and you say, oh, I only had the 1, that's fine. You can still select continue. And when you send to your printer, just choose 2 copies. So there's multiple ways to get multiple copies if you forget to duplicate it on the canvas or in the mat screen. You can still do it here in print setup. I like to leave the bleed on, but you don't have to. You can turn it off. But I like to leave it on. And at this point, you would hit print. Okay, I do not want to print this, so I'm just going to hit cancel and yes. And if you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. And I thank you for watching.